I'm good, thanks. How are you? It's been a while. In fact, it's been so long, I'm actually using a new cue. I will show you guys tonight. Should really wear a glove. No, not yet. I'll be wearing a glove from Wednesday because I'll be overseas, but should we have a warm up as well, maybe? But anyway, ever tried snooker? Yep, grew up playing snooker. This is a new cue, by the way. Carbon fibre, 7.5mm tip. It's going to be a lot of fun trying to play with this. What do you do here? There. So what will be middle of the table. That'll do. Just, yeah, forced it. It's a practice frame anyway. I haven't played in a couple of days, so. Not ideal. Ugh. That was a tough shot. All right, let's go. Warm up frame done. Yeah, it was a video that my mate Joe, Joe, basically the guy who edits that video, we've worked together on videos before, and he's now working as my editor on my videos, which means that I can spend more time travelling around filming because I don't have to spend 90% of my day editing videos. We'll be working together on more projects in the future for sure. Alright, so I'm making head camera videos. Sorry, no music. Unfortunately, as good as 𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐿𝐫 is. Right, so the idea of today's live, I want to get 5 clearances from the break where I talk through the whole thing. So, yeah, so we're going to do that now. I'll obviously tell you, it's like a behind the scenes look at how I make my content, really. And if you've ever seen my content outside of live streams, you'll know that 95% of it is me wearing my GoPro. So, make sure that's recording first. Cool. I'm going to break and then hopefully talk through a clearance from start to finish. And again, I want to get 5 of these by the end of this live. So. was fun. Alright, if they're a dry break, unfortunately, I've got to start again. As much as I really wish I didn't just re-rack, because I could have used that. That break would have been a great hook. Oh, what an idiot. Why have I just re-racked? That would have been such a good intro. Alright, maybe it will happen again, who knows. Okay, so I'm going to take a kind of time out, explain to you guys what I'm thinking about. Oh God. Explain to you guys what I'm thinking about, what colour I'm going to go for, and why. Then go from there. I think I'm going yellows here. Can't really go reds. Don't like this red. Don't like this red. Don't like this red, really. With yellows, I could go that one first, or I could go that one first. Can't really mess up either. That one's a little bit more out of control. I'm going to go for it, but it's just a little bit out of control. So I don't know exact order until I've played that ball. So I'll basically introduce the video now. I'll say what I'm thinking. I'm going to play that yellow. Leave the cue ball anywhere in this half of the table to leave me a shot on either this one or this one. And then get an order from there. Okay, welcome back. So a decent split there. Can't really go reds though because of this red and this red. This yellow is slightly awkward. I'm going to play it early. The cue ball's going to fly into this red and it should end up anywhere in this half of the table. I don't know which ball I'm going to end up on, but either one of these two would be great. From there, I'll talk you through a finish. Cool. And then I go back into the next thing you'll see is me basically playing this shot. That's so fortunate to be on this. Okay, so I am on this one, luckily. I'm going to play it with left-hand side, hit this cushion, go through the gap and land on this yellow to the corner. Awkward. Don't think I can get. Don't know if I can avoid this red. I want to be able to. Just try and see if I can. Don't think I can. Okay, so I've landed on a slightly funny angle on this yellow. I've got to go into the cushion and back out. No, I don't. What an idiot. Okay, so I've landed on a slightly funny. Okay, so I've landed on a. Oh my god! Right. Okay, so I've landed on a slightly funny angle on this yellow. So what I'm going to do is screw back slightly and leave that into the corner instead of top spinning forward. Yeah, it's just a bit awkward, isn't it? Bring that down with left hand side. Should be able to avoid that red. Or I swing around 3. Okay, next I'm going to play this yellow to the corner with left hand side, hit this cushion, hopefully avoid this red. Even if I hit it, I should be leaving myself a shot on this yellow because the cue ball's going to be roughly where it is now. But I think if I don't hit it, the cue ball should be coming down somewhere like that to leave me that yellow to the corner. Okay, could get awkward here. Could get awkward. The think I've kind of got to leave the plant, which I don't love, but I've got to leave it. So next I'm going to play this yellow to the corner, screw back a couple of inches and leave the cue ball here for the plant, yellow onto yellow. This is a weird one as well, because that yellow is going to go up here and it's going to land high, which means I need to get the cue ball to roughly where the red is. Have a shot on it. Okay, so it's a slightly funny angle on this plant. I've got to play it and the cue. So it's a slightly funny angle on this plant. I've got to play that yellow into that yellow. It's going to hit the cushion and land a little bit high, which means I need to get the cue ball off this cushion and above it in order to have a shot on it to the corner. Okay, from there I can just play this yellow with a little bit of top right hand side, end up here for, do I want to play the black into the middle there? Okay, so where the black, no, I'm just going to shut up and just pop the ball. Okay, so I could try and leave the black in the middle with that, okay, so I could try and play the black into the middle, but that red is blocking a quarter of the pocket. So instead I'm going to play this yellow, leave the cue ball here, and have the black into this corner. Alright, thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. Perfect. That's one video. So that's the process of how I make my head camera clearance videos, basically. And that's 1 out of 5. I'm going to get 5 of those by the end. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Legend Dob, where are we? Up there. Absolute hero. Thank you for the gift. Okay. Alright. I'll talk more about my cues another time, but my break cue is 11.8mm, and my playing cue, I don't know if you can see that, is 7.5mm. So you guys on YouTube again, 11.8 on the left, 7.5 on the right. Fuck's sake. I haven't even got my camera on my head. What an idiot. Alright, I'll just try and clear these up without my camera. Jeez. So much for making another video, eh? Thanks for the gift, 𝐿4𝐴𝐾. Is it a new cue? It is. First time in 21 years. Don't tie up like that. Wow. Alright, let's go. Let's get the camera back on. Do what I was actually meant to be doing. Have you always had blue? No, I used to have blue, grey. I used to have blue cloth. That was probably 2 years ago. I switched. Do you think you'll ever come up near Wigan? Yes, I'm there in September for the Ultimate Pool event 4. Right, where's my camera? Right. Let's get it back on. It's recording. Smash them up and see what we're leaving. Alright, so I'll tell you guys before I tell the camera, you've got to go reds here because of that yellow. This red, does it go? If it does, then it should be an easy finish. It does, which means it's still difficult to land on based on where the black is, but should be fine. Probably get to it from that ball. The black, where's the black going to go? The black goes through here, potentially. Goes there, goes there, goes there. So it's got 4 pockets. This red's not easy. I would like to play that early if I can. I think based on my first shot, I can't play this ball. And then, oh, maybe I could. Could play that ball and get on that, then that. That gets me there. Right, I'm just working this out in my head, bear with me. Right, so that's ball 1. This is roughly what I'm going to do. So that's ball 1, through to here to there. That's ball 2 to there, ball 3. And then this is the key shot, really. If I can get there, I've got that one 4th. And what I'll try and do is get cute with it and land there. Because if I can find that gap, I'll be on this ball. If I hit it too hard, at least I'm on that ball, right? And then I can try and finish these 3 in some pattern. So I'll just make it up as I go. Alright, here we go, action. Okay, welcome, fuck's sake. Okay, welcome back. So again, a fairly decent split there. We're going to be going reds because this yellow is too difficult and so is this one. You could go yellows, yeah, but you're not. Where's my, that isn't the cue, use the other cue. Thanks so much for the gift, TTV on TikTok. We're going to be going this red first, go into the cushion and land here for this red to the corner next. Slightly hamper queuing, but it should be alright. Need to land basically where the red is now, off the cushion. So slightly hampered queuing up. So slightly hampered queuing over this red, but I need to play this red with topspin, come off the cushion and land pretty much where that red is now to have a shot on this red to the corner next. Too straight. Way too straight on it. Right, this is actually a weird one. Okay. Next I'm going to play this red into the corner, roll forwards by about 1 inch to leave myself this shot to the middle, which with topspin should leave me here for this red to the corner. Okay. To get onto it. Just had to pinch the pocket a little bit, and you can't do that on these middles, unfortunately. So we scrapped that one. Should have had a clearance there, but really not good enough. Why am I using that cue? Because I decided to change up my cues. Because I want a cue that I can travel around the world with. No point in having my 3/4 length wooden cue that I can't take on planes. Whereas this 7.5mm carbon cue I can take to other countries because I can put it in a suitcase. How are we doing, Si? Good to see you, mate. All right, let's get another break. Right, what do you even begin to do here then? We've got one problem red, and we've got no problem yellows really, but they all need to be potted to get out of each other's way. I think you've got to go yellows here though, because this red's just too difficult. As much as like the first shot on reds is this one, it's not too difficult. You'd have to move balls to get on that, and it's not easy. Or land there, which is so specific. So I'll go in this. This is obviously not a great ball, but I can play that one first, and I can hope to land kind of there and play that second. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, welcome back. So a fairly decent split there. There's one really bad red, which is the reason why, despite putting 2 reds, I'm not going to go reds. Instead, I'm going to attempt to go yellows. I'm going to play this yellow to the top corner, screw back to here to have this yellow to this corner next. Prick. Okay. Go again. The joy of creating videos. So far, I've had one video be successful, but I'll keep the camera rolling because I'll just basically edit out all these failed attempts. Size tips, 7.5 mil. Okay, let's go again. I mean, you have to attempt reds, but they're so difficult. The first shot is so difficult. Like what? Yeah, you've got to attempt reds. I'll talk. Do I? What can I even begin to do with this yellow? That's the question. Because it's not something I'm going to be able to like talk about. Okay, so I've got a decent split on yellows particularly, but this yellow is really bad. The worst thing about reds is obviously the first shot, that's going to be this one. However, if I make it, there should be an out. However, if I make it, there could be an out on reds. So I'm going to attempt to play that down the rail, come off the cushion and run into this red to have that red to the corner next. This is like a 1 in 50 for me. Prick. Glad I didn't waste too much time doing the intro there. Cheers for the gifts, Martin. Appreciate that, mate. Hang on. Who's messaging me at this hour? All right. Oh yeah, it's dry break. So we're going again. If you guys have got any questions, by the way, feel free to ask. Where's the table from? Link in my bio. Trying to run out, yes, and talk through the exact order in which I run out on every single shot from start to finish. Basically, I make this as short form content for my other channel, my channels basically. Frustrating again. can get that yellow, there's a chance. Very small chance, but it's a chance. You can get the smart rack from the, it's in my bio on TikTok actually. It's in my showcase. Okay, welcome back. So not a great split there on either ball, but I'm going to attempt this difficult yellow to the middle and leave myself roughly where it is now for this yellow next. This is not a clearance, but we'll give it a go. Right, I'm going to be a bit weird here, but bear with. It's just going to tie up that though. Okay, so next I'm going to play this yellow and try it. Okay, so next I'm going to play this yellow and screw into this yellow to leave this yellow to the middle. Left myself this one actually, I'm going to go for that. This is horrendous because I can't play it into the middle, really. Okay, as much as I'm on that yellow to the middle, I'm actually going to take this yellow next. And I'm going to screw back to here. Hang on. And I'm going to screw back to here to leave this yellow to the middle in order to run topspin onto this ball next. Pop that into that corner and hopefully be able to nudge that yellow out. Just, right, I need a good angle here. Oh, I need to almost be like to the point where I'm almost snookered on it. I don't know if I can hit the red. It goes into that. You've got to cheat the pocket there, and that's not easy. This yellow looks easy, but it's really not. Come on, why did that run that far? Okay, next I'm going to play this yellow into the middle and I'm going to try and aim for around where this red is to leave myself this yellow to the corner next. Hampered queuing, of course. Okay, from there I'm just going to... Okay, so obviously a little bit... Okay, so I'm hampered by the red, so this is not an easy shot, but I'm going to try and play that red. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm hampered by this red, so not an easy shot on the yellow. But I'm going to try and play it with a slight amount of topspin just to run forward here for the black into the corner. Come on, one good shot and this will be a good video. Thanks so much for watching this video. And I will see you on the next one. Perfect. That one will do. That'll be a good one actually. I think that might get a few views. Are you British? No. Thanks for the hat, Dob. Much appreciate that, mate. New Q indeed. Is your Q more durable than the wooden one? Yes. Let's get that hat. Did I catch that hat? No. Hang on, let me get that. I got it? Did I get it? I don't know. or chalk. Town V10. Check it out in my TikTok shop or TikTok showcase, whatever it is. You can get it from there. That's dog making all the noise. It's a carbon fibre cube, but I'm not going to let you know the details of it yet because I'm working on something to do with it. Okay. But it's tiny. I've never gone below 8.9 mil is the smallest I've ever played with, and this is 7.5. So it's working alright at the minute though. But it means that if I go overseas, if I go to like Malta, for example, where they play English pool, but they can be quite hot, I'll have a cube that I can travel with, that I can wear a glove with and stuff like that. So, all right, okay, let's go. What a terrible split. Right. Okay, so that's 2 videos. I want to get 5 again by the end of today. That second one's going to be a beauty. Oh yeah, I know Dan. Good mate. This. I've actually got a direct route to try and develop that yellow straight away. Yeah, so that yellow breaks that out. I don't know what I'm going to be on after that though. Probably this, but we'll see. Okay, so a fairly decent split there. Obviously I've got a problem ball here for both colours. But I've got a great angle on this first yellow to try and go into that and develop it. I don't know what shot I'm going to have after that. The aim is just to try and develop that yellow for now. Jesus. Shot. That's really annoying. Because this is the ball which would get me here for that to move that. Piss take. Now I need to get here. If I can land here at some point, I can play that into there and try and nudge her out. Okay, so obviously developed the problem from over here, but I've actually created another problem now. I still have a shot to the middle, so that was the main aim. So I'm going to play this. And try and screw back to around here for that yellow to the corner next. Because that ball can get me to there, and that ball can move that yellow. So I need a good angle on this yellow. I need it to be like, there would be perfect. There. Okay, so I've left an angle on this yellow Okay, so I've left, oh my god. Okay, so I've purposefully left an angle on this yellow to be able to come off the cushion and land roughly here to be able to play that yellow into the middle and develop this problem. Let's go. Do I play this hard or soft? Because I should be able to hit the face of it and move the cue ball over here for that yellow, but it's not guaranteed that that yellow won't just move here and be tied up still. So I kind of want to power it and get this red out of the way. But that red's moving towards that yellow and it just could go wrong. But I'm going to play it at speed and rely on luck. Okay, so again, I've left an angle on this. Okay, so again, I've left the angle on purpose on this yellow to move this yellow and break it out. But it's not guaranteed to leave me a shot similar to the first shot I played. we're going to rely on a little bit of luck again. Oh God, come on. God, it's just never ending. Never ending difficulty. This yellow is just poor now. The hell can I, okay. Answers on the postcard. I've got a choice. I play this thin cut and I've got to figure something out, or I play this one. Do I think I prefer? Yeah, I think I prefer it. This is like, these are the things that I overthink. These are the things. You've got a choice of two, and they both aren't mega easy, but yeah, just control the shot on one of them and you're fine. Okay, so I've left myself a choice of two fairly difficult yellows here. I'm going to play this one, try and go off 2 cushions, and actually try and move this yellow if I can to leave this yellow into the corner. So I need to come along that line basically. This could completely miss it and hit this red. However, I could completely miss this and go into this red. I know then I'd leave that yellow to the middle. I mean, just hit the red. Don't miss the red. Okay, so for the 3rd time in this clearance, I'm relying on luck. So I'm going to be hitting this cushion, hitting the yellow, going into that middle. Cue ball hopefully run down table and leave myself a perfect shot on this yellow to the middle. If this goes in, this might be the best video I've ever made in my life. Oh, look, I'm fucking on that yellow as well. Annoying. Annoying. So I don't know if anyone here watching is from any of the 4 countries, Cyprus, Greece, Turkey or Albania. If you're from any of those countries, I will be flying out to your countries on Wednesday. So I'll be in Cyprus for 7 days, from Wednesday till Wednesday. And then I'll be in Greece for 3 days, Athens specifically. And then I will be in Istanbul for 3 days. And then I will be in Tirana for 3 days in Albania. Cyprus, I'm going to be in, oh my God, what's it called? Pretoris, is it? Something like that. Let me just make sure this is actually filming. Phew. Should be getting these. Should be getting these. Let me ask you guys what you would do. Which colour would you go for? Because there is an easier pattern with one than there is with the other. One requires you to land in areas. One requires you to land on the spot where you've potted the last ball. If that makes sense. Try and figure out that actually. I don't think I've ever asked this question. Try and figure out which colour you would have to move the cue ball more on. More on, not more on. Which one would you have to move the cue ball more to navigate between the balls? Because that's the one you don't want to go for. In English pool, the idea is you keep the cue ball on a string, right? And you don't move the cue ball any more than, say, a dinner plate size away from the ball that you're playing. American pool, you're kind of, you know, you'd play this red in American pool and you'd swing around 3 cushions and move it back into the middle of the table. In English pool, you'd play that same shot and try and screw it back into the middle of the table. So you're just not travelling the cue ball as much in English pool. So using that logic, try and figure out a pattern between these balls where you don't travel as much. So the ball that you wouldn't really need to travel at all is yellows. So if you look, you've got a perfect pattern between this one here, 1, leave the cue ball where the chalk is, 2, leave the cue ball where the chalk is, 3. You could choose to go here, but you wouldn't for that ball. Leave the cue ball where the chalk is, 4, leave it there, 5, and this is the only thing that could really go wrong. 6, again, leave the cue ball next to the yellow, 6, and then you just leave the cue ball there for the black. With reds, yes, you could go for this one first, then this one, and then move up table, but you're having to move into areas. If you make a mistake and you land there, what are you on? Nothing, right? So you're going to have to travel between these 2 and these 4, whereas yellows, they're all dot to dot. So that's why I'm going yellows. And I probably won't get the clearance now that I've said it. Okay. Right, here we go. Okay, welcome back. So a decent split there on both colours. I think a lot of people would probably be going reds here. However, the yellows do have a dot-to-dot finish, so I'm going to play this one first, leave the cue ball where that yellow is for this one second, then leave the cue ball next to that yellow for this one third. And this is the hardest shot out of all of them. Play this one into the corner and leave the cue ball roughly where it is now. Then play this yellow to the corner. Again, leave the cue ball where the yellow is. And finish up with that yellow to the corner. And the cue ball will roughly finish up where it is now for the black into the middle. I'm going to miss the first shot now. Right, I want to be precise. I want to be precise. Okay, so I want to be there, about 2 inches back. Good thing about this video, I've already talked through the whole clearance, so I don't need to do anything now. I just need to make sure I don't mess up. That's the one I don't like. Oh, should have. If I'd used my brain, I would have gone that one to here, that one, then there, finish on that and get on the black. Annoying. Is what it is. Got to play this slow and it makes it missable. Come on, one good shot. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video and I will see you on the next one. Perfect. Okay. Again, don't move the cue ball if you don't have to move the cue ball. Start joining the dots instead of getting that cue ball travelling too much. 3 videos, we need 2 more. Dob, thanks so much for the gift, mate. Why not an English cue? I mean, it's basically an English pool cue. It's 7.5 mil. It's not American, I can tell you that. I have gone live from my head camera before, and it didn't really work. It just makes people dizzy. Cheers, Dob. Appreciate that, mate. 3 out of 5. Right, I need 2 more. 2 more clearances, and then you guys can go. And you don't have to suffer me chatting bollocks. Right. Here we go. That's annoying, because that's a decent split again. Minute was that? 40th minute. It wasn't a foul break at all. Just wasn't a, well, it was a good break, but just nothing went in. A bit unlucky, if anything. Ugh. All right. You want to go reds, but where's your first red? You can't go for that red. You've got a half pocket on this red, but that's the one you... No, you can't play that. You've got to try and make that. If you can make that into the half pocket, you should be out. The only other question is whether that red passes this one, and it does, I'm sure, because I looked at it yet. If you can make this into a half pocket, it's game. But that's the hardest thing about this clearance. Okay, welcome back. So again, okay, welcome back. Okay, welcome back. So a decent split there on both balls. The only issue with yellows really is this yellow, and that's the reason why I'm going to go reds. The hardest thing about reds is this first shot. This is the only ball I can really go for because this ball is too difficult where this red is in the way. So I've got half a pocket to aim for. God, I can't even hold the cue ball, can I? Yeah, I can. And the aim with that is to play, and the aim with that is to leave the cue ball where the red is to have this red to the corner next. Come on, please go past the yellow. So you'd normally play these slow, but I can't because I need to hold the cue ball. I need to get it back slightly. She'll do. All right, so we deal with these 3, and then we deal with these 3, and then we deal with the black. Okay, so my next shot is a... Okay, so after this red into the corner, I'm going to leave the cue ball here to have this red to this corner next. From there, I'm going to play this red into the corner. From there, I'm going to play this red into the corner, stun over to here to have this red into the same corner. That is nearly piss poor. But I got away with that. I've left myself perfect angle to get up table. Okay, so a little bit fortunate there. I underhit that slightly. I meant to be over it. Okay, so a little bit fortunate to be on the red there. I meant to hit that a little bit further, but I've got the perfect angle on this red to screw up table and leave myself this red to the corner next. Do I want that corner? Do I want that red? Do I want that red? Yeah, because I'm going to play that red, then this one goes middle. So for you guys, it's going to go 1 to there, hopefully, 2 to where that red is, 3, and then over here for 4, and then that leaves me there for the black. I've already said what I'm doing. Yeah, no, I haven't. No, I didn't, so I'm going to start again. I'm just going to start because I can't remember what I said. Okay, so slightly fortunate to be on this red. I aim to be a little bit further just to get myself past the yellow, but I've actually left myself a perfect angle on this red to get up table and leave myself that red to the corner next. Okay, pretty sure I just said exactly the same thing that I said a second ago. From down there, the aim is to leave the cue ball pretty much where the red is now, to have that red to the corner next. Don't like that. Don't like that. I know I said it before, but I'm going to be here. And if I do that, can I play that and avoid that yellow? The other option is to play this, screw back to here, and leave that, followed by that. But then getting on the black, would that be an issue? I'll play it the way I said I would originally. No, I'm changing my mind. Changing my mind. This is overthinking for you. Because the cue ball's not there, this is the only reason why, and I'll tell you this off. I'll delete this bit of the video. I aimed to be here, but because I'm slightly over to the right, it means that the cue ball, instead of landing where the red is, it's going to move slightly over to the left. The angle that I then leave on this ball is crap. Whereas if I leave the cue ball where the red is, I'm fine to miss the yellow and get here. But with this angle, I just move towards the yellow and it's just a difficult shot. So what I'm planning on doing now is screw back to here and leave myself that, then that. I just think it's a little bit of a higher percentage shot. Okay, so next I'm going to play this red to the corner and screw back to pretty much where the middle pocket is to have this red to the corner next. I could easily miss this, by the way. I know I've spoken a lot, but let's go. How in the fucking world did you hit that middle pocket from that angle? That is mental. This is not the Rasson. How has that gone in? I don't understand that. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. That genuinely, how do you get a cue ball in from, where was it? There. How has that found that? I don't even think I could do that with my cue. Hang on. It wasn't any closer to the cushion than that, or any further away than that. I don't think I can actually pot this. I just don't understand it. I mean, the cue ball would have hit here, so I guess it would have been this angle. I mean, yeah, okay. I still can't do it. Mental. All right. Dear me, thought I was on to a winner there. Should have been. Have to watch that one back maybe. All right, so I'm still on 3. Shame, because that would have been a nice clearance again. It's been 3 pretty good clearances today. Sorry if I'm missing any comments, by the way, just because I'm kind of staring at the table the whole time. Do I just re-rack now, or that's how I'll describe this clearance. Right, that red develops that red. That's fine. All right, we're definitely going reds. You're not going yellows in this situation. This is my second to last red, last red, then the black. Just got to figure out these 3 after this one. Okay, so a decent split. However, 2 problems with yellows and 2 problems with reds. I think based on the fact that these yellows are completely inaccessible and I don't really have. Actually, hang about. Do I go yellows? Do I play a plant? I mean, it's silly because it's a difficult plant. I could go yellow onto red onto yellow, then I'd have to move that and then get back to that. No, and then the black's got to be moved. We're going reds. So my first shot is this red here, top spin through to here to leave an angle on this red to develop that red next. to leave an angle on this red to develop that red next. That's so piss poor. So piss poor. Okay, so I need to rely on a little bit of luck here. Hit the edge of this red. It's going to be thin, and I'm going to be hitting the yellow. I need the cue ball to obviously not go into the corner and move the red to hopefully leave myself a shot on this one to the middle next. The cue ball's going to go straight in. Fun. Nearly saw a perfect shot there to get myself back in position. Now, if this works, it will be a miracle, but let's see. So my aim is to play this red as a double, cross double, hit this cushion goes in there. And if I can hit that yellow, carry him into that yellow and hit that red, flawless victory. Let's go. Okay, so obviously I left myself too thin on that red to be able to get into the yellow. So I'm going to attempt to play a cross double on this red, hit this cushion, go in there, stun into that yellow, and have that yellow hopefully go down there and hit that red. Okay, so the yellow actually did hit the red, which I'll take. However, it hasn't developed the problem. Now the only thing I can really do is play this red into the corner, screw back to here to leave myself an angle on either this ball or this ball to go into that red. I can't go into it right now, it's just off. Can I? No, I can't. Oh my god, I might be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to play this red, lots of backspin, try and move the red, get the yellow out of the way, leave myself a shot on that red to the corner. Oh my god, please! Don't hit that yellow! Oh, I'm going to hit that yellow. Am I going to hit that yellow? Right. Need to calm, because this will be the best clearance I've had all year. Come on. Okay, next I'm going to play this red, aim for the cushion, and I need to land roughly there for this red to the corner. Just please, for the love of God, don't hit the yellow. I don't love it. I don't love the angle. I need it to be straighter on it. Fuck. Okay, so I don't love this angle. I want it to be straighter on the red. Obviously, I overhit it. I want it to be dead straight on it, really. But I'm going to play that red into the corner, loads of bottom left-hand side. Hopefully, either hit this yellow to hold for the black, or just land roughly around it to have the black into the corner next. Come on, one good shot. You fucking prick. Fuck. Snatched at it. Absolute twat. Ugh, hate rail shots. With a passion. Fuck, that would have been such a good video as well. What a twat. Excuse my French, but it's deserved. It wasn't unlucky, it was shy. Mind you, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I can swear what I want. Past the watershed. Just hit it too thin. Right, for that, we'll get the clearance. Let's go. What would you guys do, reds or yellows? Right in the chat. I'll save your breath. It's reds. Or is it? I think it's reds, but landing on that red isn't going to be mega easy. It's the only issue. That's a difficult red to land on, unless you could play first shot. I don't think I can, but if I could play the first shot and use that yellow, screw into it, I'll be on it. But I'm too thin on that yellow, that red to have it. It's just not easy, is it? It's just never easy. All right, we're going yellows. Look it. Let's go. All right. All right, I've got to start again. I'm going to miss the first yellow. Don't worry about it. Right, we're going yellows. Okay, so a decent split there. However, the first ball on each doesn't really allow me to tackle the problems. So this red is really difficult to land on, and that's the reason why I'm going to go yellows. This yellow isn't great, but I think it's going to be easier to land on it. Anywhere in this space to the middle would be great. I'm going to play this ball first and aim to be in a space like this to have a choice of kind of 3 or 4 balls. This is missable. Why am I even still going with this? Okay, so poor shot there, but I'm going to play this yellow, run into the red, and hope to leave myself a shot on this yellow to the corner next. Oh dear! Right, I'm pretending that I meant that. Right, so as I said, I can't not laugh. I've got to keep a straight face. Got to keep a straight face. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a straight face here. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, oh fucking hell. Alright, come on. Dear me. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, it was going to be very easy for me to land in this spot behind this yellow, which obviously I just did then with ease. So I'm now going to play this yellow into the middle, come out to around this area to leave a choice of 1, 2, or 1 to the corner, 1 to the corner there, or 1 to the middle. Classic. And I'm going to miss this now, I just know it. Oh dear. What a prick. What an absolute bellend. Alright. Oh dear. That's funny as. Okay, now how do we land on the black? I should have thought about that. Oh dear. Okay. This is now an easy finish and I've got to compose because I can't stop laughing. That's just classic how I said I think I'll find it easy to land on that yellow. And it was never easy. No one in their right mind would go yellows in that situation. Right. We're going forward to there for this one next. To there for this one, and then hopefully stun over to here for the black, or double the black, or treble the black, or throw it around 5 cushions, or do something cool. Okay, so I've left myself dead straight. Okay, so as predicted, I've got a shot on all of. Okay, so as predicted, I've got a shot on all 3 yellows. However, this one's the easiest. I'm going to play this to land. I'm going to play that to land with. I'm going to play that with top spin to land here for this yellow to the corner next. Oh, don't fuck this up now. Why would you hamper yourself like that? Give yourself a break. Okay, so obviously not enough topspin on that. I want it to be an inch further along. I can still play this yellow and I'm going to try and dig down to leave myself. I can still play this. Oh my god. I can still play this yellow. However, I need to dig down to around. Oh my god. I can still play this yellow. However, I need to play it with backspin. So I'm going to screw back to around there to leave myself that yellow to the corner. to leave myself that yellow to the corner next. From there, obviously the black doesn't go into this corner, so I'm going to play this. Fucking hell. From there, the black doesn't go into this corner, so I'm going to play this yellow to this corner, come across and land here for the black into the same pocket. Please go in. Deep breaths, come on. Calm. Okay, thanks so much for watching this episode, and I will see you on the next one. That's 4. Let's go. Please tell me it was recording. It was. I need one more. One more and my work tonight is done, and then I can chill and just pop balls. Not worry about being on with my head camera on. Thanks so much for the confetti there, Dob. Much appreciated. Absolute legend. Okay. All right, one more then, come on. Fuck is that? I don't even know if I can be bothered to attempt it. Oh dear. Right, so we'll just give it a go. Alright, so obviously a terrible split there. Loads of problems over here. Another couple of problems here for both colours. But I'm going to attempt to play this cut. But I'm going to attempt to go yellows, play this yellow into the corner, and get straight into that problem ball, develop it, and hopefully leave myself a shot on another yellow. I'm missing this. There's so much top right. I miss these all the time. Fucking hell. It's classic. Alright, so, okay, so the cue ball went nowhere. Okay, so the cue ball went nowhere near the problem that I was aiming for. However, I have developed another problem, which is good. Next, I'm going to play this yellow into that corner and try and land somewhere like this to have this yellow into the corner next. Cool. I just need one more video and I bet you it takes about an hour. Come on. Alright, so it looks difficult, but this should be fairly easy. It's just these two yellows don't go into that corner, which makes them slightly difficult. You can't go reds for obvious reasons. But you can use the first shot, the second shot even, to play that yellow and go into there. Although I could leave that, because then I've got a backup ball in case things go wrong. Could leave it if I wish. Where's it going to leave me? There. It is a good ball to break that out. I'm going to leave that because, again, if I play that and I don't land on anything from these balls, don't need to though. Do I? They're just slightly awkward. Like the ideal for the place for the cue ball would be here, because I'd have that ball there and then this one goes here, and then that frees up the pocket for this one. It's just like a bit of a jigsaw puzzle at the minute. But now I'm going to leave this ball and I'm going to try and aim to move that yellow. Okay, so a decent split there. It's kind of separated the colours in two. I can't really go reds because I don't have a first shot on reds. There is a slight problem with the yellows. These two kind of tie each other up. So my first shot, so I'm going to leave this ball as kind of like a backup ball in case I mess up with these balls. I'm going to play this ball to the middle and try and move that yellow to free everything up. Fucking knew I'd land in a position like that where it's just difficult. I'm on my backup ball. Ooh, I am on my backup ball, but it's not going to be easy to get onto another ball from it. Okay, so I'm in a position where these 5 reds, okay, so I'm in a position where these 5 yellows are quite difficult, but thankfully I left my ball, which was easy, over the pocket, and now I can play that to try and get into an easier position for these 5 yellows. So I'm going to pop out with bottom left-hand side, try and go through this gap of reds and land here for this yellow to the corner next. Little prick. That's what this ball is. Prick. Okay, so I overran that, obviously hit one of the reds, and I've moved much further than I wanted to. However, I am still on this yellow to this middle. I'm going to be playing it to come off this cushion, and hopefully find this gap to leave myself a shot on something like, is that going to go there? No, it's not. So obviously I overhit that yellow. Okay, so obviously I overhit a shot. Okay, so obviously I massively overhit that shot. I wanted to be straight on that yellow. However, I still have a shot on this yellow to the middle. With topspin, I should be hitting this cushion, and going into that yellow to leave myself a choice of this one or this one. Why am I just so bad at reading what this table is going to do at the moment? Okay, so I think that's actually a better outcome. The fact that I missed that yellow, I can now pot it into the corner and try and land for this yellow to the middle next. It's such a bell end. It's just such bad pull. I'm on that, but I don't want to be on it. That makes sense. I don't know. So again, not a great shot. I thought I could avoid this yellow and land a little bit higher for this yellow to the middle. However, I still have a shot on this yellow to the middle. I'm going to leave the cue ball roughly here to have this yellow to this corner next. And lastly, I'm going to play this yellow into the corner, hit this cushion, and try and get through this gap of yellow and red to land here for this yellow into the same pocket. I can't play into the middle, for anyone who's wondering. Oh my god, something finally worked. Then from there I just need to play the yellow, stun into this position to have the black into the opposite corner. Okay, so not a textbook clearance there, out of position a few times, but luckily I left my... Okay, so not perfect clearance there, ran out of position a few times, but managed to recover. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. That'll do, that's 5. I'm kind of done with those. So look out for those as short form content on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube Shorts. They'll be roughly a minute to a minute and a half, and it will show all of the spin that I used for each shot, and obviously it'll be my head camera view. Let's try and get some clearances off, like without my head camera. If you guys got any questions as well, now is the time to ask, because I can look at the screen a little bit more. Cheers, Dob. Thanks so much for the gifts, mate. Much appreciated. Wow. All right, first shot. Let's go yellow onto red, pop the red, get that yellow to go over there and move these two. What a prick. Oh dear. I just want to pot some balls without talking. First impressions of 9-ball. I mean, I love it. I love American 8-ball. I like 9-ball, but that's because I'm not very good at 9-ball. I'd probably end up loving 9-ball if I got good at it. But American 8-ball I find easier than this game. I think most people do. Sultan with the hammer on TikTok. Thanks so much. What room is this? This is my living room. So, yeah. Perfect for hosting. Oh mate, yes, it's over a year old. The only reason I've got a new cloth, literally down here. I've got a brand new cloth. The only reason why I haven't is because of the travelling that I'm doing, and I'm not playing on this table as much at the moment. I'm playing more American pool, so it's the only reason why I haven't. Alright, we're going reds. Let's go. What cloth is it? It's Strachan Superfine at the moment, but I'm going to replace it soon. I should have replaced it ages ago, but haven't come around to it. Alright, ideally I want to leave an angle on this red to get into that yellow and move it. Or just miss that red altogether, you know? I'll have more information on the Q in about 2 weeks. I'm testing it out at the minute, finding out if I like it enough to get it and recommend it. How to be good at 8-ball. It's not really something you put in a tutorial. You just play 8-ball, learn the basic fundamentals from a coach, and then go from there, really. It's not something you really can just say. You've got to put into action. You've got to go and actually do it, you know. Yeah, it's very similar to this one, which is the one I use on YouTube, but it's not the same. Alright, we are going reds, are we, I think? Yeah, so my first shot on reds here. Play that. This is the worst red. Play that to move that red and leave myself that one, hopefully. Yeah. I'm out if I can make this, but it's missable, it's tight. So now the order should be fairly straightforward. That's obviously the last one. The black goes in there, so you know that that's last, because you want the cue ball where that red is to have the black there. So it's which ball gets you on that red. Any one of 1, 2, 3 can get you there, because this is the next ball I'm going to play. Does that go in the middle? It does. So that's my second to last ball. So then I just know that this is my first ball. If that's my second to last ball, and that's my first ball, and that's my last ball, I know that that's my second, third. So I go 1 to there, 2 to there, 3, get up to here, 4, leave myself dead straight here for 5, which leaves me where the red is for the black. Okay, so YouTube or TikTok, one of the two, has switched off. Weird. Alright, hang out, guys. Alright, guys on TikTok, hang out for a second because you've disconnected from my TV, so I can't see the comments. Give me 30 seconds. Sorry about that. All right. Not quite straight. All right, we're good. You have to adjust your brake style. Yes, I cut brake in American pool because I find it much easier than cut braking in English pool. I can actually do, I think it's probably because the target area is bigger in American pool that I can I can play the cut brake with more confidence, and the fact the cue ball is heavy means it's less likely to jump off the table, whereas the cut brake in this game, I can't really play it with much power and much confidence because my cue ball flies off the table all the time. So my aim with my brake recently has just been centre ball slightly below cue ball and literally get it within a window, which is here and here. So I'll try it now, but it probably won't work. Fucking hell. It's hit the ceiling. It's hit the ceiling. That's comedy gold. Oh, dear me. Four. That is, you just couldn't write that. It's been funny. Tonight's been funny. I wouldn't normally say my sessions are funny, but this has been a funny night. Some weird things have happened. That nearly hit my light. If that hit my light and sent it down onto the table and smashed or something like that, honestly, I think that would have been my most viral video ever. But it wouldn't have been a minute, so I wouldn't have been paid, so I probably wouldn't have posted it. Quit on that. Can you do how quick it takes you to clear the table? I might do in a bit. I'm just kind of potting balls for the minute because I haven't really had a chance to build rhythm because I've been chatting so much through my clearances. I will do in a sec. That. Wow, that missed it by a mile. See if I can do it this way. That's missed it as well by a country mile. Interesting. All right, let's go. Live streaming to 300 people. Yeah. To be fair, my cue ball has been jumping a lot more recently, but that's because there's, I believe, I don't know the science behind it, but it's been taking off recently. I've done it twice tonight. My very first break and that break. It's because there's a hole in the cloth. Basically, it's just it's like a ramp. If I cut break, which I will do now because I don't really want to smash my light, fucking shit. Should get a decent split. But the cue ball might go off the table, so that's the only problem with the cut break for me personally. So I'm aiming second ball, slightly below centre on the white. I want to get the cue ball to hit here and have a double impact where it goes back into the pack again. This is the problem with the cut break for me. It's just I can't put any pace into it, so I don't get a good like spread of the balls. They just don't like go towards pockets. And now I don't have a situation where I can clear up, which is boring. Alright, I'm starting to mess around now. So what are we doing? You guys set a challenge that you want to see me do. Something you want to see me do, so I can give it a go. I'll be back at Rocket Ronnie's Sunday soon. But the plan is Cyprus on Wednesday. Who lives in Cyprus? Because I'm going to be there for a week. I hit this cue ball slightly below centre on my cut breaks. Oh yeah, speed challenge. Someone said go as fast as you can, so let's do that. See if I can get a break and dish within like 30 seconds. Or a full table clearance within a minute. I'll choose at the time. Where will you be in Cyprus? Pretoris? Is that right? I'll be there for a week as well, playing in all the pool halls. Alright, come on now. Stay on the table, cue ball. much time. Prick. Why would you swing around the table? Oh, so irritating. Should have just gone for the break dish. Why? It might have been a sub 30-second break dish as well. 35 maybe. Fucking 4 balls on the break. What are you doing, you mong? Oh my god. Oh my god. That should have been an easy one. Do you play better with closed bridge? In speed pull, yes, because I don't have to rely on my left hand play. I don't have to rely on my right hand to do anything when it comes to moving the cue. My left hand places and aims, my right hand just pushes forwards. Alright, come on. It's been 2 gilt edge opportunities just now. Nah, I don't like that one. Waste of energy. Okay. Go in, you. Oh, I thought I hit that enough. Slow cloth. Couldn't cue because the chalk was there. I just decided not to move the chalk. I'm an idiot. Alright, come on. There's a sub 1 minute. Someone get a timer out. Someone get the timer out. Pointless anyway. Too many problems. Yeah, I play on the Ultimate Pool Challenger Series, mate. 2 divisions below Pro, and I can't win a tournament. So that will tell you everything you need to know, buddy. Although I just don't like single elimination tournaments in general. I'm going to give this one more go because it hurts my lower back doing this too much. So give it one more go and then slow down and do something else. Is it smaller tip on your cue? Yes. 7.5 mil tip. On the playing cue, the break cue is 11.8. So I'm just going to try and clear these up, standing up straight, bolt upright. Let's get dish upright. It's difficult to do. Alright, any more challenges? Because I'm probably going to call it a quits in a bit. Although this has been a very fun live stream and I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Okay, what are we doing then, guys? What's the next challenge you want to see? I'll stay for another 10 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes. Golden break's luck, it's not something you can control. But just because you ask so nicely, okay, fine, I'll hit a golden break. Specifically, I'll hit the black into this pocket, that middle. Shot corner then, whatever. Okay, any other challenges? Any others? It's just too easy. Too easy, guys. If anything deserves a follow, that deserves a follow. Anything else? No, I'm not going to try and do it again. What's the point? I've already done it once. What do you guys want to see? One-handed break and dish. Okay, we'll do that one again. No, yeah, what do you guys want to see? Speed run, I've already done speed runs. My back hurts from it. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will pot every ball, but I'm not allowed to use the middle pockets unless it's on the break. Well, I've got to use them. This is going to be fun. Impossible, but fun. How's that gone like that? I'll try that one more time because I need just like a decent layout. All right, let's go again. Middle pockets. Let's go. Sorry, corner pockets. No middles allowed. Oh. Shooting soldier. Any other challenges? Kind of bored of that. Already after 2 attempts. Only bank shots. Where am I going next? I fly to Cyprus in 3 days, and I'll be in Cyprus, Greece, Turkey, and Albania. So if anyone's from those countries, see you there. If anyone's actually from Greece, I've had a couple of people write comments on my page, like where to go, but I haven't had anyone send me private messages. If you're from Greece and you know the best places in Athens to play pool, shoot me a message on my YouTube. Not YouTube. Shoot me a message on my Instagram page if you can, or Facebook, or TikTok. One of those. What am I doing now? Let's go all the reds, all the yellows, and then the black. Did not want to do that. Lazy. I think that's probably probs me done. Any other questions, any other requests before I shoot off? 2 balls in 1 pocket. Oh, awful. Not 1 pocket, 2 pockets. 2 balls, 2 pockets. Any other questions? Is it worth getting the Apollo? Yes. Absolutely. Do a trick shot. No. Alright. Alright, you're on the red. You're surrounded by yellows. What do? You do the shot I just played. Hopefully. And the white goes in as well. Boom. Any other questions? Do I recommend a carbon fibre brake cue? Not necessarily, but it's just what I use. Alright, I'm going to shoot, I think. How many people got? 412? 177? Jeez. Scandinavia is going to be later in the summer, hopefully. Depends on things. Got my new cue case I'm going to be taking with me over to the what do you call it? The countries that I'm visiting. Again, I'm mainly getting that size cue case because I can take it on a regular size suitcase and I don't then have to check it in as sports equipment. It can just fit in a rucksack, which is like 120 centimeters long or something like that. White dot. Does my cloth get white dots because of the quality? Well, it's cloth burn. So you'll find that a lot of cloths, regardless of how good they are, will get white marks on them. So it's basically friction that's caused by when the cue hits the cue ball, you get heat created on the cloth and it burns it, which are those white marks. The thing that I would recommend, especially on the brake, is to use a brake pad. You can get brake pads from my TikTok shop, which basically you put the cue ball on, it's a plastic rectangle that when you brake, you don't have it affect the braking area. This cloth is over a year old and there's no wear in the braking area because I used braking cloths religiously and brake pads religiously, and now it has got a little bit because I just can't be bothered because this cloth is, well, it's done. I need to get it replaced, but I haven't yet. So, okay. Any other questions? This is cool, by the way. This case, like, obviously my English pool cue case. Like the Americans, you guys have got it down. Like, this is my English pool cue case. It's also like a snooker cue case. It's this tall, so it like comes up to my neck, whereas this one obviously is half-length cues, so they come down to there, which comes up to my hips. This cue case obviously just has the handle and you just walk around like a lemon like that, as if you're about to go doing some pole vault or something. Whereas this one, you can wear it as a backpack, which is sick. So I'm going to be walking around Cyprus like this. Everyone out in the sun, and I'm just like this, like a nerd walking down the street. Hello, my name is Russell. Would you like to play pool today? Like that, you know? Alright. Cool. Any other questions? Feel free to ask. I'm going to shoot off after this, so. Ever play with the John Paris? Yep, played a couple of games with it. Absolutely hated it. But I guarantee I'd find one that I like. Went to J-Max in Navan. Nice. Oh, I can't tell you about the cue. I will do, though. Best beginner's cue. Link in my bio. Cool. Alright, we're donezo. Guys on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to look out for the videos that I made with my head camera, and I will see you guys on the next one.